Hey everyone, welcome to today's video. Welcome to the Video Game Fight School channel. Today we're going to be talking about Microsoft Xbox strategy that it seems not a lot of people are highlighting. Instead, what we have is this bickering back and forth about the console war. And forgive me if I sound really blunt in this video like my last video. I think I've just kind of had it up to, here with this nonsense console war talk because we seem to be forgetting business and actually why these companies are making games and all of that. Now, I don't intend to be anybody's representative. I just want to show things from the perspective from which we see it, or from which I see it. So what do I have here? I have Microsoft's Xbox Game Pass for PC. This is where Microsoft is hedging a lot of their bets, because for some reason it seems like they're just not interested in throwing a bunch of money on exclusive games like Sony has been. Now, that's really appealing for Sony, people. I have a PlayStation myself, and I also have like Xbox controllers that I actually play with. This is one of them. So I actually like Microsoft and the way they do some of their things. I think I was misunderstood in my last set of videos, and so I'm going to make a series of videos to kind of clarify where I stand, because I never want to be labeled as a fanboy of some ecosystem. That's not the way that I roll. If you provide value, you will see me there. So right now, I have a cool subscription to Xbox Game Pass. I got a new chip for one of my computers, CPU, and I got 3 months. So after this is done, I'm going to go ahead and still subscribe. Why? Because of things like this. Microsoft's Flight Simulator is actually, coming out very soon. And because I have Game Pass, I can pre-install it. And on the launch date, I can play it immediately. And if I even go to Game Pass and I go to the library, what you see is for a very small fee every month, I have a huge library of games that if I had to pull the money out of my pocket to play these games individually, even if on sale, it will still not be enough for me to be able to play a lot of these games. A good example is A Plague's Tale. A Plague Tale: Innocence. This game is a game that I was really interested in. I was gonna buy it on Steam, but I kind of was like, man, I can't afford this right now because it's just one more game. And I think I was trying to buy a DLC for another game. I think The Division was about to. There was a DLC coming out for The Division, which is a game I play on my main channel, by the way. Shameless plug, the Gamey Daddy channel. And I kind of held off. But then guess what? Like just a few weeks later, I found out that it was listed on here. So that was actually quite interesting for me, because now I can actually go on and, when I get some time, play this game and enjoy it on this platform. And this is where Microsoft actually wants to win, because people who are here, who are in this ecosystem, can enjoy all of this. And I think with the Spider-Man talk, people just kind of got sidetracked and carried away, because it's easy to kind of follow that. But if you analyze what's going on, there is a huge advantage that Microsoft is trying to leverage here. Because if you think about it, I mean, Gears Tactics, Gears 4, Gears 5, a bunch of games are already here. And this is just one aspect of games like this. I mean, think about it. You can come in here if you want, and you can play basically anything. Crackdown 3, didn't have to pay for it. It's already part of the deal. Everything that Microsoft is pretty much releasing, I think, is going to be on here. So this is where players are going to come to. And if you have an Xbox, console, you can get Game Pass. And I think it comes, as a... You have to have Xbox Live Gold. I don't know. Somebody help me in the comment section so I don't say something that I'm not aware of. But how I see it is how I know it. And I think they have a strong position on PC. Now, what does this mean for services like Steam? Steam is going to have to continue the good old model of games that are just, for sale on the digital aspect. So what Microsoft has done is they've actually just taken this whole gaming thing, cut out a significant piece of it, and now have it in place, even to the point that Steam was looking towards doing some kind of a thing like this with NVIDIA, in conjunction with NVIDIA. But guess who's going to be leading in that aspect? Microsoft. They are actually the leaders in this ecosystem. Google Stadia has been thrown to the corner because of games. That's why Google Stadia kind of launched, and I thought, to my own disadvantage, that Google Stadia was the future. Like, this is what it's going to be. But I did not know how powerful and how much Microsoft had hedged a lot of these, pretty much ready to go when the time came. And so think about this. If you're an Xbox person, you have that Game Pass, subscription. It can be shared across the two platforms, and you have access to any game that Microsoft releases day one without having to worry about a $60 bill. So count your costs at $10 a month. If you're on PC for 12 months, that's $120 a year, which is pretty much the cost of 2 brand new games. And you have access to the plethora of games that Microsoft is going to be releasing in a calendar year. And then perhaps potentially any other games that publishers or developers may want to allow to be on the platform. Now, granted, a lot of these games are also timed. So once in a while, they'll take these games off. This game is about to leave. And they'll announce it. Before this game leaves, make sure you go play it. But you have a bunch of games. You have classics. You have, I think Final Fantasy, as it left, Final Fantasy 15. Final Fantasy 15. I don't know if Final Fantasy 15 is still on the platform. It still is, included with Game Pass. There it is. Yeah, it's a $27 game. I don't know how much it's being sold on Steam, but if you look at the cost comparison, let me see. What was it? My Final Fantasy 15. Do they even have it here? Yeah, it's $34. Well, I just get one subscription for Game Pass, and boom, voila, I can play Final Fantasy 15. Hours and hours and hours of gaming. That's just available for PC players. Now, I have to confess, as much as I have the subscription, I haven't really played a lot of games on there. So it's kind of a gym tax. When you subscribe to a gym and, you don't really go, that's another thing about something like this. We have to call out what it is. And some people have talked about how the functionality is not really the best and all this stuff. But hey, I didn't get this for functionality. I got this for practicality on the wallet. Because that $120 a year is a very good price point. And I think they've done the market research to say, what are players willing to part with extra that, will not really be too significant on the financial front and also save them financially. And they found that $10 bill for the basic subscription. You can get the 14, the premium subscription, which I think is like 7-day early access to many of these new releases and a few perks that it comes with. I can't remember all what it is, but I commend you and I recommend for those of you who are on the Xbox platform to please do the research and perhaps start looking into it. If you don't want to buy a PS5, perhaps you might want to go buy a gaming PC first before you think of buying an Xbox One Series X. And I say that because I understand many people have friends, they have a lot of things that are convenient for them. But before you invest that $500 or $400 or $300 or whatever, look at the possibility of what you can get on a PC. And, you might end up buying a PlayStation as another console. That way you can play the exclusives and not really worry about the red tape and the bureaucracy. Or you might still keep your Xbox and your PC. But let's not get it wrong. For those who may say that Sony is winning the console war, yes. But in terms of gaming as a whole, Sony has nothing close to this. Microsoft and Xbox are the leaders on this forefront, and they intend to stay there because what they did is they found out there's a place that Sony has weakness in, and there's a place that's been untapped by all the PC all the other PC digital platform people, and they went in there, they set up shop, and right now they are the juggernaut there. So I want people to kind of figure out where all of this is going. This is a multifaceted thing that's bigger than some Spider-Man game on PS5 or some Spider-Man character as an exclusive. Microsoft has a plan to win, and they're winning. They don't have to fight a battle that they're going to lose. So take that and keep that in mind, and let me hear your thoughts in the comment section. If you have any questions, let me know. The subscription I have was like a 3-month subscription based on a code that I got from buying the CPU. And so I don't really know how that works. When it gets there, it'll tell me that it's expired anyways. And then hopefully I'm able to renew it. And there are games that I want to play. So I guess if you have any questions on that kind of stuff, I might try my best to look up some info for you guys. I'm happy to do it. No worries. I guess we can talk in another video, hopefully. Thank you very much. Peace.